Would you tell the world? Would you scream from the rooftops and tell the world? We'll get started just in a little bit. I'm going to check out my inner circle members and then also my super chatters. And we'll be back in just like 30 seconds. So, hi, Bill. Hello, my son, Matthew. Thank you for the image. He always takes so good care of me and the rest of us. And hi, Arthur. Hi, Craig, James, Mary, Vernay. Hey, Kai, how are you? Hi, Deborah. So great to see you on here. Eric Markman, that is so awesome. Love and appreciate all of you. There's Jody. Nice to have you on here. John Tier. And I see it click, so I'm gonna get started. Would you tell the world? Okay. Here we go. See, I went in reverse. Okay. Here we go. Hello, my name is Robert Hollis. I hope you're having a wonderful and blessed day. And today's subject and title is Would You Tell the World? Would you tell the world? Now, I'm always trying to find subjects, and there's people out there. My son Matthew is one of these people. I just love him dearly. And Matthew is a born promoter, right down to the core of his DNA. So if Matthew finds a video, he'll share it with the world. If he watches a movie and he likes it, he shares it with the world. And so whenever you're in a position where you believe that you could make someone's lives better, you share it with the world. I believe that a majority of the people, and I'm saying 95% of the people, they don't tell anybody. And I was like, why wouldn't someone tell someone? And I want you to really think about that. If you're not the kind of person that is, as soon as you learn something, you're telling the world or anyone that will listen, right? Or you're in a business or there's a promotion going on out there, or you discover something new. Why aren't you the person that is telling the world? All right. So I just got some ideas that I think that I would throw out there to you. One is you might think it's your personality. You might think it's your, zodiac sign. You might think it's the way that you were brought up. Maybe you're extremely selfish. Maybe you're introverted. I'm just saying, why wouldn't you tell the world? And so when I met my mentor, there's this thing, my first mentor, Roger Penske, and he was this guy, billionaire. And he was one of those guys, is he said, listen, we're going to create a vision for our company. And then we're going to tell the world. And then we're going to figure it out. Now, wouldn't you agree that probably the reason a lot of people are not happy, fulfilled, successful is because they keep everything to themselves? So a lot of people find these people weird. It's like, so what do you think you're going to do? Well, we're focused. We're going to win the world championship this year. Come on. Everyone says they're going to win the world championship. Yeah, we're going to win the world championship. Our first goal is win 4 or 5 races this year. Definitely be in the top 5 for points. And then at the end of the year, just be the consistent people we are, enough to win the championship or a race. And don't you guys find it interesting that there's these people out there, like, the people that Phil Jackson, and when they won a world championship game, it's enough to win the world championship, but then to turn around and say, we're going to do it back to back. And everybody's like, what? Even some of the players and some of the people that work for the team, they're like, what? What? We just, it's not that easy. And so one group I can think of is if you're really, really that person that is what are people going to think of me? It's like that is a difficult place to be and have vision at the same time. When you're a people pleaser and you're like, well, what are they going to think about me? And I was really, really pondering this morning in my meditation time. And I was like, why do people lead with the product? See, that's mind boggling to me. But I think I figured it out. See, if people lead with a product, they believe through either a personal testimony or someone else's personal testimony that product works for them. So they have found a level of comfort. When the video I did the other day, which was find your voice. It's like, what has to happen for me to be in a position where I could feel like I could tell the world? Because if every day you're getting up and you're going, well, golly, if I market the product, then my in-laws or the kids that I went to school with, or maybe the people at the church, or maybe the people I work with, what if they believed that I was in one of these network marketing things, one of these pyramid things? So, God forbid that gets out there. So, I'm going to lead with the product. So then all of them can still say that you're in one of those pyramid things. So step one, I would choose to believe that you just don't believe. See, if you don't believe that this business will work for others, listen closely to what I'm saying here. If you don't believe that this marketing, that this way of doing business, that this business model does not work for others, then why would you share it with the world? You're going to keep it a secret. I used to say this all the time. If I showed up at a family reunion, or if I showed up at, say your school's having a class reunion, right? And I showed up there and I said, hey, how long have you known Pat? I've known Pat since grade school. Great. And so what one of the products does Pat market that you like the most? Or which one of you guys that are close to Pat, have already used that business model to retire and really, really have an extraordinary life? It's like, what? I don't even know what Pat does. And so I want you to really ask yourself, and I just use Pat as an example. I love Pat. He's incredible. And so I want you guys to think about that, because when I seen this business work for others, when I met my mentor and I seen his documentation, right? I seen his documentation. And I understood that if I introduce people to him and they did something, anything, that I would get income, that I would get sent a check from the company if with enthusiasm and excitement, I can find other people that would like to make that kind of money, and then make sure that I introduce them to other people that have already made money. And one of the biggest analogies I've ever used for this is talent scouts. Agents for actors and singers, managers. It's like, I used to say this all the time. It's like you pick a favorite singer or an actor and you turn around, or an athlete, and you say, "Hey, so do you know who LeBron James is?" Yeah, I've heard of him. He's the basketball player or something, right? Yeah. Do you know who LeBron James's manager is? Or do you know who LeBron James's agent is? No. Do you think they care whether you know who they are or not? No. Do you know if they're male or female? No. Do you know how long they've been an agent or manager? No. Okay. You feel confident with these questions. Yeah. Do you believe that this person makes money off LeBron James being LeBron James? Yeah. Endorsement, commercials, whatever, sign contracts, whatever. Yeah, I believe that the agent manager makes money. Um, okay, so what if that person never ever played basketball? What? Yeah, the agent and the manager can find a person that's good at playing basketball or good in front of a camera as far as endorsements and connect the two. And every time that LeBron James gets paid, they get paid. So you could actually supplement, replace your income, have freedom, and quit your job because you know of people involved in this company that make a full-time income. You know people in this company that make, mid six figures. You know people in this company that make millions of dollars a year because you've seen them. It's documented. A person gets a plaque. So I was okay with asking people if they knew anyone that needed to make money and then introduce them to people that make money. I'm still okay that I can introduce people to people that understand the product. Yeah, I don't understand makeup. I don't understand almost every product that we have, and I don't understand Akashics. I don't understand. But I had a guy today that reached out to me and he said, "Robert, thank you so much. I made $71 profit yesterday." And I said, "That's awesome." And he goes, "Thank you so much for connecting me." I said, "No problem at all." Candace and Javon, they send me messages all the time. I just love and appreciate them so much. And I introduced them, Candace and Javon, to Josh Wagle and Jenna Wagle. I introduced my group in Europe, now my group in Nigeria, to My Daily Choice and the products and services that they have to offer. So all day, every day, I'm telling the world. I'm excited about telling the world. I'm confident that if I tell enough people, I'll find the right people at the right time. And when they get connected, they will know it's the right thing. They'll get enrolled, they'll buy product, and they'll share it with the world. So, again, my question to you is, and I used to say this about people all the time, you could go to my social media, YouTube, Facebook, trying to figure out the other ones, right? And you can tell what business model I'm in. And you also can tell that I love telling the world about who I am and what I do for people. And then I go to other people's social media and it's like you went to a course to make sure that two things happen to people. One is apparently you're something special because you're a life coach, you're a brand, you're all these things, but one thing that you're not is a person using this business model. And then the other thing that people do is I went to a page the other day and I went there and it's like I was so confused. I couldn't even tell where to go to sign up as an affiliate. They had 40 links on all the different products. I could purchase the products, but I couldn't figure out how to become an affiliate. So confused people do nothing. And people that are like, well, I don't understand what they do. But it doesn't make a difference if they are focused on being a life coach and building a brand, or if they're confusing, they're still not telling the world. So you can look by their post, you can tell whether or not they're doing any videos, you can tell whether they're whatever they're doing, they're not telling the world. And so I would ask yourself, why? Why won't I make a post on social media saying, hey, I was wondering if you guys could do me a huge personal favor. Do you know of anyone currently that needs to make extra money? And some of you would go, ain't no way I'm posting that. No way. So you got these people that are secret agents, right? Or double agents. Maybe they're involved in, I know a guy in my group right now. It's like if you watched his group that he's in, it's like the number of different things that he's posting and sharing with them is like mind-boggling. It's like he almost gets paid for how many different things that he can post in the group to get them. We're doing this, we're doing this, we're listening to this person, we're listening to this person, we're doing this, we're doing that, we're doing this. And it's like, hey, you know what? I'm going to teach you guys how to professionally throw spaghetti against the wall, and we'll focus on what sticks. It's like, wow. So that's the subject. So tonight we're doing a podcast. It's like this will be a good one. A lot of you realize, I think it was Friday. It's gone by so fast, but I seen a post the other day that said, things happen for a reason, and then underneath there it said, because you're stupid and you do stupid stuff. So that was me. So Friday, some of you are aware that I was trying to move a tennis ball with my toes on my left foot and lost control on my right foot and broke my collarbone. So trying to figure out how to work through that. I think I'm doing really, really good. So tonight we're doing a podcast on how to make it through hard times. You know what I mean? And of course I'll have my visionaries on there, Craig, Jackman, and Matthew. And we'll make sure to post that so all of you guys know exactly where that is. And so I love and appreciate you. Ask yourself, why aren't I telling the world? I will say one quick thing. Another quick thing is, why would I care not only what other people thought of me? If you knew what other people thought of you was none of your business. And it's crazy because we're overthinkers. So we think what other people think about us. Is that bizarre? Like we're so important that I want to make sure that I want to know what Arthur is thinking about me when Arthur's just trying to do the best to take care of him and his family and make his dreams come true. Isn't that weird? So it's like, it's just bizarre that I've actually had people say, well, can you post too much on your social media? Too much for who? I don't know. So I was thinking, why doesn't people tell the world, hey, this is going to get serious for a second. Okay. So I met this guy named Josh Wagle. And Josh Wagle tells the world. He tells the world consistently about everything. So everything he's doing is exciting. And everything that he's doing, he tells people. Some people get in, listen to him. A majority of the people don't. And he gets to tell the world that he's helped 20 people get this plaque, 7 figures. He gets to tell the world that he's now got 4 mega earners. That's people that have earned over 5 million. Terry and I made 4.5, so we'll knock out that mega this year. Josh Wagle, and ask yourself this question. This is what I want to finish with. Let's say that you stumbled across an individual, and this individual says, well, what do you do? And he goes, oh, I do foreign exchange. I trade currencies. Oh, yeah. Well, like how? Well, I trade gold against the US dollar and then back and forth. I do that. How is that working? Oh my God, it's working amazing. I make a couple $100,000 a year looking at the patterns between these two. And I make over $200,000 just going between these two. So you win the majority of the time? Yeah, I do. And Josh goes, I'd like to buy your algorithm and I'll keep you in it. I want the idea. I want your expertise. I want you to teach me how to do that. The guy goes, awesome. So then he says, I'm going to hire my programmers and I'm going to get my programmers to be like a robot. And so it takes all the human things out of it. Not emotional. It doesn't go to sleep. It's not impatient. And we're going to figure out this algorithm and then we're going to test it. So then Josh tests it. I believe it was a little over a year and gets 281% on his money. So for those of you that don't understand, it'd be like if he put in 100,000 and now he's got 381,000 in an account, which by the way, I have to do a disclaimer, this is risky and it's not typical. So then what he decides to do is he decides to do a whole new account and put $100,000 in. And this is all documented. This is not me. It's what is it? AkashicGoldBot.com. So then he spends a little over 2 months and he makes 89% on his money. And, Josh has got his wife on it. He's got his bonus children on it. He's got his parents on it. Then he was nice enough to reach out to Terry and I, telling us what he is getting for results. And then he goes, you know what? I'm going to tell everyone about this. I'm going to attach it to a business opportunity, and I'm going to let the world change their lives with this. And my question is to you, is if you figured out something that could be the betterment for you in your family, would you tell anyone? So there's some of you that had some incredible blessings in their lives and things worked out for you. And you ain't telling nobody. Even though there's people out there that could not struggle and learn how you mastered something. And you're just, I'm not telling the world. I'm not showing my face. I'm not getting on YouTube. I'm not getting on social media. I'm just going to keep all this stuff to myself. Next day gets up, you get to look at your life and go, yeah, I'm not telling anybody. My tribe, my group of inner circle, my group of people are people that I want that when they hear something that can change their lives, like a book, that they tell the world. Don't stop telling the world. When they hear about a book called The Science of Getting Rich, and we not only do chapters on it, but then we do a mastermind on it. And there's people like, well, those videos are sort of tied to Robert Hollis's channel. And, I got a scarcity mentality. And, I really don't want to share somebody else's videos. And, I really just, and it's weird too, because people ask me what I want to do with my life. And I tell them I want to help people. But I don't. I don't. What I do is I'm pretty selfish. What I do is I get exposed. I reach out to people. I find some things. I use it. It works for me. And so what I do then is I just keep it to myself. I'm not going to point people to people that can help them and that are documented, that have time for them. That I'm just going to keep it to myself. I need to figure it out first, because what's most important for me is that if it doesn't work for me because I'm not applying it, then why would I share it with anybody? I don't believe in myself. I'm not disciplined enough to do it a certain way to get the results. So then I'm just not going to tell anybody. So now it's not going to work for me, and it's not going to work for anybody. Find people like me that when I read that book for the past 36 years, I'm trying to give that book out to as many people as I can, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I'm planting seeds like crazy. And then I get introduced to people like Melody Riba. And I have you heard about Science of Getting Rich, Melody? No. Have you heard about, Ag Mandino's book? And so she buys into it and she shares it with the world. And then, she makes 7 figures. So every once in a while, I run across these people that don't care what other people think. And they know that if they find the right ears to those that have the right ears to hear, that there's a lot of joy in planting good seed and good ground, that they don't need to understand how to do it. They don't need to be an expert at it. They just know that they want to go down in history as making more impact on people than anybody else. So see, I'm willing to give a lot of money to Matthew and Angel that run an orphanage that know how to find the kids, that know how to support the kids, instead of, no, I'm not going to give you guys any money. I'm not going to tell anybody about it until I figure out how to do it. Are you one of those people? And if you are, ask yourself why. What if you were just one of those people that were the best promoter and the best messenger in the world, that you got excitement and enthusiasm by very simply believing in something that worked for others and then finding the right people at the right time and getting them in front of that. That it had nothing to do with you understanding it or you figuring it out, or you trying to do it, or you even applying it. See, because there might be a lot of reasons that you're still messed up in your head on why you don't believe it. So you're not telling the world. So, did that get you? So, since I met Josh and a few people like him, as soon as Josh shares something with the world with me, and it's documented, it's freaking documented, then I figure out immediate ways on how I can share that with the world. Some do, some don't. So what next? So I love and appreciate you guys. We'll see you on the next video. See some of the people on the podcast tonight. And if no one's giving you permission to succeed in life, let me be the first. Bill, thank you again for being such a incredible inner circle member, super shatter, friend, business partner. I love and appreciate you. And if no one's giving you permission to succeed in life, let me be the first. My mentors told me I could do it, and I know you can do it because I did it. So bye for now. We'll talk to you soon. And please do me a huge personal favor and share this message with people that need to hear it, that have ears to hear. Bye. Love you. Talk to you soon.